Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the world of tarot readings. Ever thought about how a simple deck of cards can give you such deep personal insights? Many people mistakenly believe tarot is about predicting a fixed, unchangeable future. However, its true power lies not in fortune-telling, but in its ability to act as a psychological mirror. Tarot works primarily as a tool for self-reflection and guidance, using symbolic imagery to access a person's subconscious mind and intuition. It is not a method for foretelling destiny, but rather a practice that offers deep insights into current energies, potential outcomes based on our present actions, and different perspectives on the challenges we face. By serving as a reflective surface for our innermost thoughts and feelings, tarot empowers us to understand ourselves more deeply and navigate our lives with greater awareness and intention. The process of a tarot reading is a structured ritual designed to facilitate this deep dive into the psyche. A typical session involves several key steps, each contributing to the creation of a meaningful dialogue with the self. It begins with setting an intention or question. The person receiving the reading, known as the querent, or the reader themselves, formulates a clear, open-ended question. Instead of asking, "Will I get a new job?" a more effective query would be, "What can I do to improve my career prospects?" This reframing shifts the focus from passive prediction to active participation in one's own life path. The next step involves shuffling and drawing the cards. The querent often shuffles the deck while concentrating on their question, a symbolic act meant to mix their energies into the cards. Cards are then drawn randomly from the shuffled deck. Once drawn, the cards are placed in a specific pattern known as a spread. Each position within the spread holds a specific meaning, adding layers of context to the interpretation. Common layouts range from the simple three-card spread, often representing past, present, and future, to the more complex and detailed Celtic cross, which explores a situation from multiple angles. The final and most crucial step is interpretation. The reader analyzes the cards based on their traditional meanings, their position in the spread, their relationship to the other cards drawn, and their own developed intuition. The rich imagery and symbolism on each card serve as a prompt, initiating a collaborative dialogue between the reader and the querent. This process transforms a simple deck of cards into a dynamic tool for psychological exploration and personal discovery. The effectiveness of tarot as a psychological mirror is rooted in its rich use of symbolism. The 78 cards in a standard deck are dense with archetypal imagery and universal symbols that represent the vast spectrum of the human experience. These symbols encompass everything from deep-seated emotions and major life events depicted in the 22 cards of the major arcana to the everyday situations and challenges of daily life, represented by the 56 cards of the minor arcana. This symbolic language speaks directly to the deeper parts of our minds, bypassing the logical, linear thinking that often dominates our conscious awareness. When a person engages with these images, a fascinating psychological process unfolds. The subconscious mind begins to project its own thoughts, feelings, and personal experiences onto the symbolic landscape of the card. This act of projection can illuminate aspects of our inner world that we were not consciously aware of. For instance, seeing the Ten of Swords might trigger feelings of betrayal or finality that the querent hadn't fully acknowledged. In this way, tarot acts as a catalyst for new insights and heightened self-awareness, helping to bring the hidden contents of the unconscious into the light of consciousness. The reading becomes a personalized narrative, constructed from the universal symbols of the cards and the unique inner world of the individual. This interpretive process underscores a fundamental principle of modern tarot practice. It offers guidance, not prophecy. The tarot reader's role is not to dictate a predetermined future, but to translate the symbolic messages of the cards into a coherent narrative that resonates with the querent's current situation. This narrative provides clarity, offers alternative perspectives, and highlights potential paths forward. The true power of the reading lies in its ability to empower the individual. By revealing the underlying dynamics of a situation and illuminating the querent's own inner resources and blind spots, tarot provides the tools needed to make informed decisions. The future is not a fixed point to be predicted, but a fluid reality that is constantly being shaped by our choices and actions. Tarot, therefore, becomes a guide for navigating that creative process, not a script to be passively followed. A key concept that helps explain how a random shuffle of cards can produce such personally relevant insights is synchronicity. This term, introduced by the renowned psychologist Carl Jung, describes the occurrence of events that appear meaningfully related but have no discernible causal connection. It is the experience of a meaningful coincidence, where an external event, like the drawing of a particular tarot card, perfectly mirrors a person's internal psychological state. For many practitioners, synchronicity is the foundational principle of tarot, providing a theoretical framework for how the practice works beyond simple random chance. The connection between synchronicity and tarot is built on a causal framework. On a purely physical level, the act of shuffling and drawing cards is a random event governed by chance. However, the theory of synchronicity suggests that this randomness is not meaningless. Instead, it posits that the outcome is causally connected to the querent's present thoughts, emotions, and life circumstances. The cards that appear are not caused by the question, but emerge in a moment of meaningful alignment, creating a bridge between the inner world of the querent and the outer world of the symbolic cards. This causal connection is what allows a seemingly chance-based system to yield such strikingly accurate and insightful information. Tarot can be viewed as a powerful mirror for the unconscious mind, a function that aligns perfectly with another of Jung's key concepts, the collective unconscious. This theory posits that all humans share a repository of innate, universal symbols and archetypes. The images on tarot cards resonate deeply with these shared archetypes. When a querent draws a card like the Tower, which represents sudden crisis and the destruction of old structures, it might synchronistically coincide with a period of immense personal chaos in their life. The synchronicity is found in this powerful mirroring of the inner world, the person's crisis, and the outer world. This mirroring effect serves a crucial therapeutic purpose. It helps bring unconscious patterns, fears, and desires into conscious awareness where they can be understood and addressed. Ultimately, tarot can be understood as a machine that generates synchronicity. It provides a structured and coherent system of symbols that the human mind, which naturally seeks patterns and meaning, can use to interpret the signs or messages that arise during a reading. Experiencing a potent synchronicity in a tarot session can be an incredibly validating and profound experience. It can create a feeling of being in a conversation with the universe, a higher self, or the deeper psyche. This sense of a meaningful connection can offer powerful reassurance and guidance, helping an individual to trust their own intuition more deeply and to make confident, informed decisions as they navigate their life's journey. The concept of the collective unconscious, also proposed by psychologist Carl Jung, is deeply intertwined with tarot through the power of archetypes. Archetypes are universal, innate symbols and themes that are shared by all humans, regardless of their individual background. They are not personal memories, but are inherited patterns of experience and character types that transcend time, culture, race, and class. The 78 tarot cards, and particularly the 22 major arcana cards, are widely considered to be symbolic representations of these powerful universal archetypes. They form a symbolic language that speaks directly to the deepest levels of the shared human psyche. Examples of these archetypes are vividly illustrated throughout the major arcana. The Fool card, for instance, represents the universal archetype of new beginnings, embodying the innocent soul embarking on a new and unknown adventure. The Empress embodies the Great Mother archetype, symbolizing nurturing, creativity, fertility, and profound emotional support. The Hermit reflects the archetype of the wise old sage, representing the need for introspection, solitude, and the search for inner guidance. Conversely, the Devil card represents the shadow self, the repressed hidden parts of our psyche that contain our temptations, negative patterns, and unacknowledged emotions. The entire sequence of the major arcana is often interpreted as the Fool's journey, or the hero's journey, a narrative arc found in myths across the globe that maps the universal process of psychological growth, challenge, and self-discovery. When a person draws a tarot card during a reading, the archetypal imagery and symbolism on that card act as a crucial bridge to their unconscious mind. A process of psychological projection occurs, wherein the querent, or the reader, projects their own inner thoughts, feelings, and life experiences onto the universal symbols depicted on the cards. This process is incredibly effective because it bypasses the conscious mind's natural defenses and rationalizations, allowing for access to insights and feelings that might not have been consciously available otherwise. It creates a space for genuine self-reflection and discovery. This interaction facilitates a meaningful dialogue with the self, using the symbolic language of archetypes that everyone can intuitively understand because these patterns are embedded within the shared human psyche. By engaging with these archetypes and the stories they tell, individuals can gain profound self-awareness, confront hidden aspects of their personality in a process known as shadow work, and move towards psychological integration and personal growth, a journey Jung called individuation. In this way, the collective unconscious provides the universal, timeless resonance that allows the seemingly random act of drawing cards to produce deeply personal, transformative, and meaningful insights for any individual from any walk of life. This leads us to the practice of shadow work with tarot, a profound application of the cards as a mirror to access, understand, and integrate the repressed or denied aspects of your personality, your shadow self. Coined by Jung, the shadow contains the parts of ourselves that we have pushed into the unconscious, often because they were deemed unacceptable by our family, society, or ourselves. These hidden parts frequently include our deepest fears, unresolved traumas, self-destructive patterns, and even positive traits like ambition or creativity that we were taught to suppress. Tarot facilitates shadow work by providing a symbolic language to explore this difficult inner terrain. The archetypal imagery of the 78 cards offers a non-linear, intuitive method for probing the subconscious, helping to bypass the conscious mind's resistance to uncomfortable truths. The cards serve as a tool of objective distance, allowing you to examine difficult emotions or painful experiences by interpreting a symbol rather than confronting raw trauma directly. This separation creates a safe container for introspection. Furthermore, specific tarot spreads and questions are designed to guide this inquiry, asking targeted questions about your hidden self and providing a structured approach to self-discovery and emotional healing. The ultimate goal is not just to identify the shadow, but to find a pathway toward integration. Tarot offers guidance on how to acknowledge, accept, and integrate these hidden aspects in a healthy way, leading to greater inner harmony, authenticity, and personal growth. While any card can reveal shadow aspects, some are particularly resonant with these themes. Certain cards frequently appear in shadow work readings, acting as signposts to the deeper hidden parts of the psyche. The moon is directly associated with the subconscious, illusions, hidden anxieties, and suppressed truths. It calls on you to navigate the murky, uncertain waters of your inner world. The Devil card is a powerful symbol of bondage, representing self-imposed limitations, addictive patterns, and the inner demons that must be confronted to achieve liberation. The Tower symbolizes sudden, disruptive upheaval and the shattering of false beliefs or outdated structures that no longer serve you, often acting as a powerful and necessary catalyst for transformation. Finally, the Hanged Man encourages the surrender of old perspectives and the voluntary embrace of a new viewpoint, a state of being that is essential for releasing control and accepting hidden truths. These cards are not to be feared but seen as invitations to look deeper. To facilitate this process, you can use specific spreads designed for shadow work. A simple but effective 3-card spread might ask, 1. The shadow. What is the primary shadow aspect that needs my attention right now? 2. The lesson. What can I learn by facing this part of myself? 3. The integration. How can I integrate this aspect into my conscious life for healing and wholeness? Diving into more detailed spreads can really help uncover the shadow's root cause, like maybe a childhood trauma or that mask you wear to hide your true feelings. It's all about recognizing those hidden parts of yourself and embracing the potential for growth that comes from accepting them. And let me tell you, Journaling after a reading is absolutely essential. Writing down the feelings and memories that pop up from the cards really helps you process all those insights you've gained. Seriously, approaching shadow work with kindness and self-awareness is super important, you know? It makes all the difference. The goal isn't to get rid of the shadow, but to find a balanced, authentic self. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share.